Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster, and if you guys didn't know, Hasbro is actually at New York Comic Con, and they had a panel where they revealed some brand new Black Series figures, which is really exciting. We got a brand new Boba Fett, a Katarn, and so much more. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Really quick though, at 20,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away this Force Unleashed 3-pack, and we are getting super close to that number. So if you do want a chance to win, make sure to 1, subscribe to the channel, because you do have to be subscribed to enter, and 2, once we hit 20,000 subscribers, I'll release a giveaway video. All you have to do is comment on that video to enter. Anyway, onto the video. The first reveal that we got is a brand new Boba Fett from the Book of Boba. Now, this one is pretty interesting because it's the version of Boba that we haven't gotten yet. We did get one already in the line, but it was actually from the Mandalorian and not from the Book of Boba Fett. So this is the actual Book of Boba Fett version of that character. So definitely one that we've needed in the line for some time. And this one is pretty interesting as well because it is a standard release for a figure. It's not a deluxe figure. For a long time there, Hasbro was pumping out Boba Fett figures and just calling them all deluxe because of the quote-unquote Boba Fett tax. And so we're finally back to not having these as deluxe figures. These are standard releases, and that is really exciting just because Boba Fett shouldn't be a deluxe figure. He's not big and bulky by any means. He doesn't come with a ton of extra accessories, so this should be a standard figure, and I'm glad that we're there. But something else that's really exciting is they announced this figure to be the first ever Black Series figure with toe articulation, and this actually has a lot of implications that I'm really excited about. It does break up the sculpt and it looks a little clunky in my opinion, but it is really going to open up the possibilities of displaying this figure in more dynamic poses. Just in the glam shots here, you can see you got him in a kneeling pose and you can actually get his toes bent, which is good. You can have him in this kind of like standard walking running pose, and even there it looks more dynamic, and that's what I'm really excited to explore with the possibility of toe articulation coming to the line. So this is really big, and I don't think enough people are actually talking about it because I think it has huge implications for the Black Series. Definitely an interesting thing though for the panel though, as well as the YouTube recap. They showed off the Anakin and Obi-Wan duel, they showed off the Luke and Vader duel, which both have like diorama pieces to go with it. And then they showed this photo, which made me think, oh, this Boba is coming with the throne. That's something that's really exciting, and we need more diorama pieces. But then they showed the figure and the accessories and stuff, and it's just the figure. There's no throne in sight, and so I think they just used this photo as like, oh, here's us revealing this guy. There's no throne included, so maybe they will have a throne down the line in the future, but like, they kind of just showed off this photo, and it was really misleading because I thought, oh, we're getting Boba and the throne, and it seems that we're not getting that. That's not the case, and so I did want to kind of clear the air there for some people if there was any confusion. This figure does not come with the throne, and as of right now, we don't know if there will be a future release with the throne down the line, but I did want to point out that this is really misleading, and I kind of thought that we were going to be getting the throne because of it. The next figure that they showed off is actually a Duels End Darth Vader. This one is actually just a straight re-release of the original figure. This one is really expensive on the aftermarket. I think it goes for like $80 to $100 or even more than that now on the aftermarket, so it's a really expensive figure, and it makes sense that they're going to be doing a re-release. The previous version of this Vader was also a Target exclusive. This one will be mainline, so it'll be available at all of your action figure retailers, which is great. It also makes it a lot easier for people outside of the US to get a hold of this Duels End Vader, so that is really exciting, and I think it'll make this figure more available for everybody who wants it, so I think that is a huge pro. But I do want to point out some things about this re-release. For starters, it is number 15 in the Kenobi line, which is the exact same number as the original release. And so instead of giving this guy a new number to go at the end of the line, he's actually going to be smack dab in the middle. It is just a straight repack, like a straight re-release. And that is the case for the packaging too. The mural artwork is the same, but it's in the new style box, not the old style box, which is a little strange because, of course, they're two different style boxes, but they've got the same number, and so that definitely throws some confusion out there. We've seen something similar in the past with the Chopper figure. Chopper did get a re-release in the Rebels line, but they did give him a new mural artwork and number, and so the whole situation is just a little strange. It's not bad by any means. I think it's good that they're getting this out there, but the way that they're just like reusing the number but changing the box is just a strange situation, and I wanted to talk about it. As far as the figure inside the box goes, it is the exact same figure. There's nothing different. Maybe some updated paint apps, but as far as the glam shots go here, I can't really see a difference. But yeah, overall this one is exciting that it is getting a repack, so pretty happy with this one. Both of these figures will actually be a part of the previous wave that they announced for January of 2026, that being Asajj Ventress and Jango Fett. So this will be a full wave of 4, and Jango and Ventress are already up for pre-order, but these two will go for pre-order tomorrow, October 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern. So that's pretty exciting. Of course, like I said, these are mainline figures, so cannot wait to get these in hand. I did want to mention though that these two figures will have the new price of $27.99, so $3 price increase for these two figures, which is a little bit of a bummer. Next up, we have a Gaming Greats 2-pack. This one is actually a Walmart exclusive, which is interesting enough. It's the first time Walmart has ever gotten a Gaming Greats exclusive. Typically, these go to Amazon, and before that, they were to GameStop, and so Walmart jumping into the Gaming Greats line is pretty exciting, but even more exciting are the figures inside this box. I'm really excited for these, and it's for multiple different reasons. For starters, it does have the Patrol Trooper in here, which is actually originally from the Solo line, and this one is just a straight re-release of that original Patrol Trooper figure, so it does have the pinned knees, which is a little unfortunate, but it does have decent articulation from the waist up. Not great. It is a 2018 sculpt, but like I said, this figure originally released in the Solo line all the way back in 2018, and we haven't seen this Patrol Trooper in the line since, and it's a figure that I actually missed out on, and I'd love to get my hands on it. I know a lot of other people would probably like to get this figure too, and so I think this is a great way to get the Patrol Trooper back in the line, so I am excited about that. But I'm even more excited about this Purge Trooper figure. This Purge Trooper figure is updated on the 2023 3.0 clone body. And so this figure does have all of the updated articulation and features that the 3.0 clone body has, which is really exciting because the previous Purge Troopers that we've gotten from Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor have been on the original clone body with the double jointed pinned knees and elbows. And so because of that, they really suck. And this is going to be one of the first really good Purge Troopers that we have in the line. So I'm so excited about that. But there's also a lot of new sculpting that has come along with this figure too. For starters, they added a little bandolier that's coming off of this other side of the shoulder pauldron, which is more accurate to the Purge Troopers in the game, and before, we just had never gotten that on our pauldron molds for the Purge Troopers, so that is a huge upgrade and something that I'm really happy to see. And then there's also a new strap pouch mold on the right bicep of this guy, which is pretty interesting because in the game some of the Purge Troopers have it, some of them don't, but it looks like they're finally going ahead and actually adding that to this figure, which is pretty exciting, and it just adds a lot more detail and sculpting that I didn't even know that we were missing out on until I'm actually going back and looking at some of these reference photos. And then I also assume this Purge Trooper helmet is a new sculpt to kind of fit this newer body, but I don't know for sure. It could be reuse. We won't really know until we get it in hand, but possibility of this being a new head sculpt is pretty exciting as well. This set is also going to be up for pre-order tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, so a little earlier than the previous figures, and of course it is a Walmart exclusive. One thing I did want to point out with this figure is that this one will also be having the new 2-pack price point, which is actually $54.99, so about $10 more than the previous 2-packs that we've been getting here in the line, so that is also a little bit of a bummer. They also announced some future lightsaber-wielding figures using this photo here, so they actually only announced one today. The rest of them are just kind of teasers. Obviously, we see the double-bladed swooshable blades here, which I think could easily be an Inquisitor or a Darth Maul, and then we got some blue and green for, I'm guessing, Jedi. I will be making a news video a little bit down the line, maybe a few days, talking about a lot of this stuff, so I will get a little bit more in depth with this later, but one of the figures they did announce, and pretty much the only one that they did, I guess not even announce, they teased it because it's not in the press release, it's actually not going up for pre-order, and that is of course Kyle Katarn. And boy, am I excited for Kyle Katarn. He's been at the top of my wish list for years now, and we finally have Kyle Katarn coming to the BlackSeries. They did announce that this one will actually be revealed officially. I believe they said at London MCM Comic Con here in less than a month, so we shouldn't have to wait too long to get this one revealed, but yeah, am I excited for this one. Obviously, like I said, Kyle Katarn is one of my favorite characters of all time, and I cannot wait to get him in BlackSeries form. And just looking at this teaser here, he looks quite incredible. Obviously, the lightsaber doesn't light up, so that's kind of a bummer, but this is just a cool photo, and I'm kind of speechless. I'm really excited. We don't know much about the release status of this figure. We don't know if it's going to be mainline or fan channel. I'm guessing it's going to end up being in the Gaming Greats packaging, but I guess it very well could be in its own distinct color, kind of like they did with Shadows of the Empire. I don't think that's going to be the case because I don't think they're going to be making a ton of like Dark Forces or Jedi Knight figures like this, so I think it's probably just end up going in Gaming Greats. But as far as like fan channel goes or mainline, I assume it's going to be fan channel, but like I said, we don't really know too much right now. But yeah, definitely some really exciting reveals here, and I'd love to know what you guys think. So let me know down in the comments below, do you like these reveals? Do you wish there was more? Or are you pretty happy with what we got? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.